Hello, I'm David Gerard, and this is Pivot to AI, coming to you daily. Today, an AI doomsday bro puts his money where his mouth is and proceeds to eat dirt. Leopold Aschenbrenner is in the news right now because Situational Awareness, his AI hedge fund, just lost a ton of money on the stock market. I've seen several numbers, but it looks like it went from $45 billion in assets at the start of July to just $10 billion now, after Aschenbrenner had to sell his public company holdings to Ken Griffin at Citadel to pay his debts. He still has the private shares like Anthropic. Aschenbrenner is just 24. He's been an AI doomsday crank since he was a teenager. He started at Columbia University at 15 studying economics, and he started an effective altruist group there, as in AI Doomsday Cult. He went from college to the FTX crypto exchange's charity arm, more AI doomers. He doesn't seem to have got caught up in all the crime. Then he went to OpenAI so he could research how to not cause the
AI apocalypse.
I'd first heard of Aschenbrenner a couple of years ago from his essay, Situational Awareness, on how AI was going to hit super intelligence. This came out just after Aschenbrenner was fired from OpenAI for unclear reasons. This essay is a love song to the ever onward and upward AI future, even as the chatbots he was working on had topped out their S-curve of progress long before. I particularly liked the bit about speedruns in Minecraft. This is the sort of thing Aschenbrenner puts forward as evidence for super intelligence. Quote, as visualization of how wild this could be, look at some YouTube videos of video game speedruns, such as this one of beating Minecraft in 20 seconds. Now imagine this applied to all domains of science, technology, and the economy. Unquote. The video Aschenbrenner links to is a human doing a speedrun. He is claiming that video game speedruns like this existing means AI will take over. Because what if, right? What if an AI could do this? Huh? And also, what if Minecraft was real life? The AI could speedrun you in Minecraft. A lot of people were wowed by his essay, people who didn't know anything about tech, but they sure did appreciate a curve that pointed upwards. He got a retweet from Ivanka Trump. He also founded a hedge fund, also called Situational Awareness, to put his ideas on AI into practice with other people's money. Aschenbrenner had no experience as a trader, but he sure did have the right friends. Quote, Aschenbrenner captivated his investors with bold ideas about AI, drawn from his network comprising effective altruism adherents, the controversial do-good philosophy whose devotees populated both the collapsed crypto exchange FTX and AI powerhouse Anthropic. Unquote. Controversial. In this case, that means a kid can get serious money for a job he has never done. But he did take the job seriously. Quote, obviously not blowing up is sort of like task number 1 and 2, or whatever. Unquote. Good to hear. Situational Awareness went great guns because it was buying into a bubble. In the finance markets, you can talk any gibbering lunacy and nobody cares if you're making money, even if they know the reason is stupid. In fact, Aschenbrenner literally had no plan for if the number went down. Quote, what was Mr. Aschenbrenner's plan if the AI revolution didn't pan out quite as hoped? The hedge fund founder had no detailed response, the investor recalled. Mr. Aschenbrenner simply truly believed it would all work out. Unquote. Then Aschenbrenner did what a lot of inexperienced traders do. he figured the good times would go on forever. It's a new paradigm. Things are different now. So he made a lot of leveraged bets, where you borrow money to trade more. These have more chance of upside and more risk of downside. Over July, some numbers went down. The memory maker stocks had a downturn. Aschenbrenner was caught short, and he had to frantically sell his other stocks. Quote, when Intel reported strong earnings on July 23, its share price surprisingly fell, and speculation began to mount that someone was aggressively selling into the market. That seller was Aschenbrenner, according to multiple people familiar with the matter. He was trying to recover his losses, one of the people said. He had the illusion of still being in control. He didn't have control at all. Unquote. On July 24th, Aschenbrenner wrote to investors to reassure them everything was fine. Oh, and also, volatility happens sometimes, don't worry about it. At the same time, he was calling around his investors, offering them deals to put even more money into his fund. By last Wednesday, Aschenbrenner's margin positions were too much for his lenders. Goldman Sachs called, wanting their money back. Aschenbrenner called around the larger Wall Street hedge funds to sell off what he could to pay his debts. Citadel did the deal for Situational Awareness's public stocks on Thursday. Situational Awareness is still alive, but smaller. One unnamed person involved in the whole mess told the Financial Times, quote, the real question is, how did anyone invest so much money and then lend so much money to a kid with no personal experience and no infrastructure? Unquote. Because when a bubble's on the upward slope, everyone looks like a genius. Then the slightest thing rattling can take it down. The whole AI bubble is built on leveraged investments, dubious valuations of private equity shares, circular financing, lending to your customers to keep your sales numbers up, and off-the-books ventures to hold the debts. It's a giant bomb, and it's going to go off, and it's going to take out a ton of stuff. Situational awareness was the simple version of this, and it failed because it was one weirdo writing a number going up. But reality does not work like a Minecraft speedrun. Thanks for tuning in to Pivot to AI. Please do forward this episode to the Matt Levine subscriber in your life. Hit like and subscribe on YouTube. Leave a nice review in your podcast app. And don't forget to drop your $5 into the Patreon linked in the show notes. Patrons and YouTube members get some extras, like you can see my interview with Molly White on AI money in US politics right now, instead of waiting till Friday. Thank you all. I will see you tomorrow, and bye for now.